Hi Capricorn, it's Dee Fernandez, your tarot reader. And today we have a very cool tarot reading. Yeah, we do. And we hope you guys are well, Capricorn. Take what fits and leave the rest out. This is a general reading. And at the top of the comments, I will be posting my link for the Pisces full moon eclipse, which is a full moon on steroids, right? And yeah, which was yesterday at 11:09 p.m. here on the West Coast. You'd have to, check out your own timing for that, adjust for your own place in the world. But that is a very cool, it is a very cool reading. Why do I say that too? Because we have two new moons in Virgo. So it's a very rare time. It really is. And so very interesting time. And Pisces, we're in eclipse season, right? So we always have two eclipses in the spring and two eclipses in the fall. That's how it is. And so this will be about endings. It will. And the Virgo new moon eclipse will be about new beginnings and planting new seeds. When I say endings too, I just don't mean like an ending like, wow, that's over. It can be something culminates, and it can also be like there's a psychological insight, right? Which is kind of an ending where you realize something in the end, right? It can be that. Intuitive insights coming. Yeah, change. That's what the full moon can bring. Let's get into this right now, Capricorn. And yeah, and we have the King of Diamonds. He is the King of Pentacles. That may be you. That's about somebody who's very generous, I believe. And the Three of Diamonds, that's the Three of Pentacles as well. And then we have the King of Spades, and he happens to be reversed, the Emperor. So, we're going to leave it, we'll leave it, reversed. So something's going on here with, it looks like with, a male figure here. It does, because we have these two kings. The Emperor reverse talks about, it can talk about somebody who is not kind of, they don't feel like they're in control, or they feel like, things are tough for them. It can, because in the upright, the Emperor is wielding all his power, right? And the King of Diamonds showing up here, Capricorn, is generosity, as I said. And this can be about somebody who takes care of other people, but somebody who is wise as well. So this is kind and wise, somebody over here. And the Three of Diamonds, and this is like the Three of Pentacles, where people are kind of collaborating. It sure is. Ladies in this Regency era knew how to decorate with styles of furniture that interacted with each other to make a comfortable home. Maybe somebody wants to give you a home, Capricorn, or you want to make a home with somebody, but it looks like there's it just looks like somebody wants like maybe a home with you or to collaborate with you for sure. That's why the furniture is there, right? King of Spades reversed. He is the King of Swords, right? And so, and this is authority, yeah. But in the reverse, somebody feels like they're not in control. Yeah, this talks about somebody who is approaching love with a wiser, love and life with a wiser view, right? We have somebody wise over here, wise and kind. But over here, there is somebody here who was not approaching life in the reverse very like wisely. Somebody learned something here big time. Somebody's changed and they have learned something, and it could be really partially with this eclipse, because the full moon eclipses do bring psychological and intuitive insights, like an awakening. Yeah, they do. And they bring things to light. Things come to surface, truths, hidden truths for sure. And let's see what else we have for you guys, Capricorn. Let's see what we got. And we have the Grove, and that wanted to be reversed. Okay, those don't either. And we have Complicated. All right, so Complicated is very much just like that. Somebody, this talks about life being a little bit difficult, and choices and change because things are complex. Somebody went with a big change here. They're just like, well, I got to go with it because, there's nothing I can do. Kind of, my hands are tied. And that's why we have the Authority card reversed. So let's go ahead and look at the Grove. Yeah, which is a number 3. So that's about collaborating and manifesting. It is, in a sense, for sure it is. And this grove talks about the goddess of the night, Nyx, invites you to the grove to heal your wounds and mend your heart. Yeah, next to the emperor who is lacking authority in his life or control or over a situation or not feeling powerful like that. Now is the time to apologize to anyone you have harmed and make your friendships whole again. Choose healing over anger and pain. There could be a healing here. Yeah. Something was really complicated for somebody, you or this person, Capricorn, and so they made a choice for major change. This person wants to share with you or be, like share a relationship, be sharing, generous. They might want to marry you and live with you. We have this, the 3 of Pentacles with the furniture. And yeah, this is an interesting reading. We'll get another card. And honesty. All right, so honesty is about being honest with yourself, I believe, right? The most important person, yeah, right? We're not supposed to be liars in general, but when you lie to yourself, it is the worst sin because you're not supposed to do that, right? You're supposed to be, and so you have chosen the symbol of clarity and true communication, honesty. Now's the time to be absolutely honest with yourself about what you want, what you're thinking about, your motives, and what your real feelings are. Honesty is the only way to truly step into your power. Yeah, it is. Remember, somebody here is lacking their power with the Emperor reversed. Yeah. So let's see what this reading. Let's get more into it, Capricorn. We're going to put the cards down. If you want to get a psychic reading with me or a tarot reading, I always check my work for accuracies. And they're lots of fun. You can choose the formatting if you would like. And especially at the time of the eclipses, these readings are really helpful. And the eclipses, though, they can last up to a year and a half. What I mean by that is they can be activated now and can really kind of come into play, within a year and a half. And do they all take that long? No, of course not. I know somebody right now who actually is a Pisces, and that person has went through kind of something really difficult last year when we were in eclipse season. And everything has changed tenfold for this person. And so the eclipse took them out of what they were doing. The eclipses are the most revolutionary and life-changing. Or evolutionary. We can say revolutionary as well. And check out the comments, and I will put a link to my Pisces full moon astrology reading. And all the signs are there. Yeah, they are. It's already up. I'm going to go ahead and put the timestamps in, right? So you can go straight to your sign if you would like, for your sun, moon, and rising, right? Let's get into it. Bottom of the deck is the Sun card. And here he is. There's a red flag here. I feel like there's probably a red flag in somebody's life. And now they're finally being honest with themselves about what they want. Most important, right? Yeah. And so 5 of Pentacles starts the reading. We have the Hermit. These are all random. I'm pulling, but I want to see them first so we don't have any naked people here. Don't want to get into any trouble. And Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. So the Knights are about taking action. They're also about bringing offers. It depends. And somebody is really choosing what they want in this reading. There is an offer here, Capricorn. So if you're resonating with this, you're offering, or they are, or somebody else is. Knight of Cups, another knight. You see how that is? So now, this is very clear about these offers, isn't it? And the 5 of Cups reversed, the Emperor. Remember, we have the Emperor reversed over here. Somebody is lacking authority, or they feel like they are, because of change. That's because of, they're kind of being taken out of, somebody's being taken out of what they were kind of doing. Yeah, they are. And there's healing here. The sacred grove heals all aches and pains, especially a heart that has been wounded. Yeah, there is healing in this reading. We start with the 5 of Pentacles, which needs a healing. Yeah, it talks about these people who are down and out, And they both, the man at least has these wounds, right? He's on crutches, his feet are bandaged, and he has a patch on his eye. So somebody is feeling this Five of Pentacles energy. They're feeling kind of sadness or down and out, or they were. I don't feel like they are now because there's change and there's healing. And somebody is honest with themselves. Yeah, that sounds so beautiful, right? Yeah. And we have the King of Swords in the reading as well. We have the King of Swords up here. So these cards are repeating themselves with this, with these two decks, right? So here we have the Five of Pentacles starting the reading with the Two of Swords over here. Here's the Hermit. Somebody has major psychological insights in this reading. Major, like they understand what they want now. They're being honest with themselves, right? And the Hermit is very honest with themselves, right? He is, stepping away to go live up in the middle of nowhere all by himself so he can figure himself out. And really, that's kind of the only way, right? This is meditating in a sense. And let me close this door, you guys. Here comes my landscapers who are quite noisy. Okay, sorry about that. These people are coming a little early today. Yeah, they are. All right, so, I was talking about the Hermit, right? And there he is, shining his light. He had to look for that insight, right? It just didn't come to him. He was up there searching his soul. That's what he was doing. And so, this sits in the crossing energy. That means that whatever this revelation is, psychological revelation and insight is intuitive insight, of course, was a bit of a challenge because that's where it sits. And we'll get a card with it. We have the Three of Swords with it. So there's probably some type of heartbreak in this reading or heartache. And, when somebody is finally honest with themselves and they have chosen a life or chosen somebody or, it can be like, it can be painful to finally be honest with yourself about your life and about what you want. It really can be, because sometimes we go through life with blinders on or thinking that we want one thing. And it is only when we sometimes figure it out, when we feel misaligned or unhappy, right? And we start over here with the Five of Pentacles, and this is the epitome of being unhappy, right? Unhealthy, unhappy. I feel like this has more to do with somebody's, not physical health problems, but more to do, it could, but more to do with psychological pain. Yeah, with the Three of Swords next to it, right? And so the Two of Swords is why it's all happening. Somebody's like, well, this is what happened in my life, and my life's been complicated, but I'm finally being honest, and now I am choosing what is right for me, but not without pain and kind of healing that is needed here. The Knight of Wands is in the past. This is somebody rising up with courage. It is, and that may be a fire sign possibly, but I feel like it's more like rising up with courage. And we have the Faithfulness card, and here's the Saint Bernard. Yeah, and he's bigger than a 3-year-old. He is, right? He's so big, and hardly see anybody with him. They're probably like they're really, you have to have like a farm kind of to have or a big lot to have a Saint Bernard. Same thing with the Great Dane. Yeah, so this is about faithfulness, and this is what somebody's being faithful to their heart, but I feel like it's being faithful to you as well, Capricorn. Maybe you're the one who is being faithful to yourself here with this honesty card. The Knight of Pentacles is the mindset, so that may be you, and it may be the Virgo here, it could be a Taurus, another Capricorn, and we have the Sweetheart card. And this is the mindset here is about somebody here is most likely, they could be sending you a message. She's reading a love letter and she's happy, the Sweetheart card. And so the mindset here is an offer. It's an offer of love, right? I was saying that with all these knights. We have 3 knights here. where the last knight is. Who is the last knight here? The knight of swords. And, maybe we don't need him here because he's more about, sometimes he could be aggressive, but not all the time. But the knights are here, so there is an offer of sorts. An offer, a love offer, there is. And so, Knight of Cups, and this is what somebody's bringing here. They are this love offer. And let's get a card on that. We're using the Gypsy cards here. Make sure we don't have any. Just to clarify, we are. And let's get a card. And we have the Child. So this is a new beginning in love, right? And maybe you're going to have a child. You could be. This is definitely a man, a little boy child. Yeah, you can tell by the face that is not. It looks like a little man there, right? That's fine. And here in the concern, 5 of Cups reversed. There's some type of regret here because somebody wasn't honest with themselves way back in the day. I'm not sure when this was. Because there's a building and a momentum here. And that's what the eclipses are about. Yeah. Especially the full moon eclipse, which is more about endings and, than the other eclipse, which is the new moon when you're planting a seed. And this is also a new beginning. 5 of Cups reversed after some type of regret and pain. We see the 3 of Swords over here with the 5 of Pentacles, the 2 of Swords. That's pain right there. And we have the Soldier. So the Soldier talks about communication. Could talk about protecting something and fighting for something. This is the concern, though. There's communication here because we see the Sweetheart with the letter over here. So I feel like somebody's bringing you some communication right here, Capricorn. Maybe you're asking for them possibly to, communicate with you. That can always happen. But, you could be making this gesture as well, reaching out possibly. And this can talk about love it and leave it, this card, because soldiers do that, right? Yeah, they do. They are married to somebody in, Madison, Wisconsin, for example, and, they go to Germany or wherever they go, and they have a lover there. And often children are made that way. Children are conceived that way. And this can be like a love it and leave it thing where somebody here wasn't choosing with their heart or their soul. This is deep. This is soul. These are soul choices. Somebody was not doing that, and they were not choosing. And so there's like a love it and leave it in this reading, because here we have it underneath the 3 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, right? And there is a faithfulness now. Somebody's faithful to their heart, and I believe faithful to you, Capricorn. So, yeah. And so the Emperor showing up twice, and in the environment, this is the psyche, right? With these cards and astrology, divination. This is the psyche. It's not usually somebody's front room, but it could be their physical environment. And we have the Thief with it. So in the environment, the Thief is, he's here like returning. Maybe he's returning, but what he is doing, he's broken into this house. And so this is about somebody most likely stole somebody's heart here. They could have really hurt them because, it's kind of like the 7 of Swords, this card. The Emperor, this is somebody who's taking control. I feel like they are like... Somebody might be sad here because they lied to themselves and they hurt somebody else as well. I feel like that's what's going on here, but I feel like they are taking control of their life now. We're going to get another card, and we have the Priest showing up. Yeah, interesting with the Priest because it can talk about somebody's sexual needs that have been repressed. It really can. And it can talk about, I really believe and I have faith in something. Somebody has faith in you, Capricorn, or in this. We have the faithfulness card. In other words, they believe in you and they're trusting their heart now with the honesty card. I feel like somebody was repressing their needs because the honesty card talks about, come on, be honest with yourself. You're really missing out. You're really missing Capricorn, or you didn't choose the right person, and now you feel like your whole love life is like suppressed, repressed and suppressed both. because there is suppressed is usually involves a little bit of self-sabotage where you know that you're not really doing what your heart wants you to do. And here is the Ace of Wands, and this is about inspiration, a new beginning that is, it can be an opportunity that is passionate and sexual because it's a wand, right? It is this phallic card, phallic, image rather. And that's what somebody is very inspired here, being honest with themselves about their life. And here we have the King of Swords. And this is basically banking on a decision, kind of hoping on it, right? And the frivolity card, this is the butterfly, and it is transformation. Somebody makes a huge change in their life. But the frivolity card, it kind of talks about, it can mean like where like in this way where you've made choices that are a little bit frivolous, like you weren't really paying attention entirely, and now there's a huge change with your choices and your life with this butterfly. Yeah, it's highly interesting, this card. And now somebody's being very serious here with this King of Swords. They're not making frivolous decisions. No, they're not. And this is about somebody being serious about their life, Capricorn, and being faithful to their heart. And you are the catalyst for that, or the reason for that. All right. I'm going to end this reading. Very nice reading. This is like a life-changing reading for somebody. Thanks so much for joining me here to see the horoscope for all the 12 signs. I will have my video linked at the top of the comments, and yeah, I will. Thanks so much for joining me here. Please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. I really do appreciate you guys. Have a great one, and yeah, we'll see you in the next video.